Welcome back to the Weekend Warrior Show Recap Podcast. I'm Ty from the Unemployed Architects. This week I had a pretty busy weekend. I played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday I was at Clark Bar in Champaign. Friday I was at Houdinis Spirits in LeRoy. And then Saturday I was at Gig's Place in Fairbury. So yeah, it was definitely on the busy side of things, and it was good. I really needed a weekend like that, especially because this coming week, since it's Christmas, I obviously don't have any shows. So, and then the next weekend, well, actually, no, I did pick up a show on that. January 1st, I do have a show on that one. So it'll be a pretty normal weekend next week. But this weekend, obviously, with no shows, makes it a little rougher. But I had, at Clark Bar on Thursday night in Champaign. Trying to remember back there. It definitely started pretty slow, but it's an early show on a Thursday, so I don't really know what kind of crowd they usually get, but there was not a ton of people by any means at the beginning. And there were a few that kind of came and noticed I was playing and kind of paid attention, maybe a couple little tables. And then there were people at the bar, but I tried something new that night with my I did one in-ear, and I did a direct line from my microphone. So there wasn't anything, no effects that I could hear. I just wanted to see how that would go, because I'd never done it that way before. And it was, I don't know, I thought that night it sounded pretty good. It felt good. I'll say it felt good. And then I took the ear out later, and I was like, oh, my guitar's probably too loud. You probably can't hear my vocals that good. It's like, I don't know how that always happens, but I did a sound check first where, I had the levels right, and then I probably gradually turned up my guitar, and I had a little bit of a feed of my guitar in the headphones as well, but I don't know. It just felt like it sounded really good, and then I took it off, and I was like, oh, it doesn't sound as good. I was thinking, but anyway, I don't know that matters totally. Obviously, I'm pretty picky about my mixes. I want the vocals to be pretty up front and a lot of body to the guitar and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it was good ultimately. And it always happens there, but since it's such an early show, it's 6:30 to 9:30 at 8:15 it always starts to get, or 9:15 it always starts to get real busy, and I get a little excited, but I couldn't grab anybody's attention that was really coming in, because they were kind of going to the downstairs, it's more of a dance kind of DJ type vibe down there, but it was good. I mean, it was a good experiment. It was a trial of a different way of doing the in-ears to see if it would be worth it. And then, it was early, so it wasn't too bad. There were enough people there that it was worth it for sure. And then, so Friday I played at Houdinis, and I know I've talked about that place a few times and how it's always a little rough, and I don't think this was much of an exception, but it did feel a little better, and I did the one ear thing. Half the show I did it with the dry signal, half I did it with a wet signal, no effects, to see which one I would like, to see if I liked a specific one better, and they were just so different, the contrast just made it so I do that to myself so often, where I'm just I'll just try it this way for a little while. And then the contrast is so different. I've gotten used to the way it sounds for the first hour and a half. So the second hour and a half, when I change it up, it's like I'm starting from scratch again almost. But it was still good. I mean, there was a good crowd at the beginning. Kind of towards the end, it got a little less busy, but I played a bunch of weird stuff that I don't play often original wise. I just kept playing originals at the end, and that made it kind of fun to, just slowly play just to play the originals that I don't play very often. So it was good. And then Saturday night, I played at Gig's Place. Now they moved this show to later. It was 9 p.m. instead of, we've done 7 to 10, 7:30, 10:30, 8 to 11. So this was 9 to 12. But turned out to be a good call because it was got real busy around that time, and people were into it. They were having a good time. They were requesting songs. They were kind of interacting, and they were dancing a little bit. Couldn't quite grab their attention all the way. It seemed like they were a lot of people just catching up, but it's probably the busiest show I've ever played there, and I feel like people were reacting pretty good to what I was doing. So I ended up and did lean pretty heavy on, kind of pop songs that I thought that the crowd would know and like, because I don't think I could have turned them with just originals, but I did grab a few of them, that is for sure. And there was definitely a little, not a ton of dancing, but a little bit of dancing, and that makes the foot drums kind of worth it when people are grooving a little bit. A lot of hand tapping and head bobbing and foot tapping, but not many did the full out dancing. But the few that did, I was happy to get them moving. So it was good. I needed a good show over there, and the staff's always just so nice over there. So the bartender, the cook, and then the owner. And the bartender, well, he's a bartender sometimes, but he was at the tail end. But he's always super nice. He was handing out some stickers and stuff for the show, and I thought that was kind of him to be trying to get the word out there and saying nice things in between on my set breaks and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, it was just wasn't a perfect show by any means, but it was probably the best of the weekend, and I felt pretty good, and I felt good after. So not that it's a competition, but if it was, Gig's Place won, I guess. But I win and I also lose. So it's every show's fun, so I win every time, I guess. But anyhow, so that was the 3 shows. I've been working with Wolf on that promo video. That's about he's sent me a rough cut of it, so probably a couple more days of editing on that, and that'll be pushing out the pandemic relief stuff. So that'll be exciting to have something to show for that, I guess, or something to hopefully build some buzz about it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have a ton more. I wish that this week's Christmas, so I don't have